is looking forward to a breakout and a sustainable one when it comes to SBI. But let's put the spotlight on the cement pack because the earnings so far has been quite decent, where the top 5 companies have reported a good volume growth. But along with that, going ahead, as the monsoon season comes to an end, what will happen to the prices, or rather what is the expectation going ahead? Let's try to understand all of that. With this, let me welcome Girija Shankar Ray, who is the lead analyst of cement institutional equities at Yes Securities. Hi, very good morning and thank you so much for your time. And first up, take on the earnings because especially with respect to the volume growth for the top 5 players, that has been a solid one on a YY basis. But what's your outlook going ahead? Do you expect the momentum to sustain, especially when it comes to a good volume growth?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for bringing me to the show. Yeah, so, this quarter we saw a good volume on year-on-year growth, but quarter-on-quarter it is subdued because, fourth quarter is always a volume-driven quarter. But yes, pricing for first quarter is always a price-driven quarter, so pricing was better. But ahead of monsoon, what I see July and August till now, July was not that great with respect to volume pickup. So we saw some kind of sluggish in demand in July and August so far. So what I see for this monsoon quarter, again 5 to 6% of quarter on quarter basis volume growth I'm expecting for this monsoon quarter. But yes, second half I expect some kind of rebound in the volume in the demand. If you see first quarter FY25 and second quarter FY25, the volume was not good. So those pent-up demand is coming up in your second half of FY26, what I expect.
Okay, so that's a take on the volume outlook, but help us understand in terms of the earnings, any specific trends you've caught this time around, any specific trigger that caught your eye when you take a look at the quarter one earnings that could potentially maybe weigh on stock prices going forward?
See, earnings, again, I'll tell you the EBITDA per ton, whatever they have mentioned, the companies have reported, all the top players, they have reported a very good EBITDA per ton. And this EBITDA per ton is just because of lower volume, I can say, for this quarter. But anyway, it's an industry benchmark. If, I can say this quarter, the EBITDA per ton, including India Cements and all the companies, so I can say it is somewhere in the range of 950 to 1000, which looks good. But it could have much better because most of the companies, they haven't got that benefit from your, the realization of what it was there in southern regions. Southern region prices were so high, but some of the companies, they didn't get the benefit. In fact, a few companies, they have reported a good number in terms of your power and fuel cost and energy cost, which looks good. But yes, this monsoon quarter, what I see, the earning will be little lower, but second half we can expect a good numbers.
Okay, interesting. What about the channel? Yeah, please go ahead.
Just to add one point in this, in southern regions, so there was a price decline of around 5 to 7 rupees per bag. So monsoon season anyway, it is a seasonal factor what we see. So price correction, little bit of it's nothing to be surprised. But more or less, what I see, the prices are stable in the market, and the only concern is right now the liquidity crunch, liquidity issues, which is not pulling up the volume. So second quarter second half of the FY26 we can expect good uptick in volume.
Yeah, I was just going to come to that. On the pricing front, wanted to understand what your channel checks have been suggesting in terms of what's been the price correction so far that we've seen in the month of August, and do you expect then price hikes in September?
See, basically this is a monsoon quarter and I do not see any significant price hike this quarter. But yes, prices are more or less stable. All India average prices are more or less stable. Only the thing is that in southern regions, what I see, there is, as I mentioned, it is 5 to 7 rupees corrected so far. But I do not see much weakness in the pricing because pricings were already 3 years low before 3-4 months, and gradually it has picked up. Uh, and cement companies, they cannot bear that much of loss in case of pricing. So I think this price will be sustaining in the market.
Right. And what about your pecking order within the sector? Market is quite drifted and tilted towards cement now.
Yeah, for me, Birla Corp looks good for me. This time, the numbers were, whatever the numbers, the market, the street didn't take it in a positive way. It's a very temporary issues for the monsoon, extended plant, kind of maintenance issues and all. That is the reason that the numbers were not that great. But yes, the number is going to be good. You can expect in second half of FY26. Apart from Birla Corp, I see Dalmia as well as Sri Cement. These are the companies are going to do well. For Ambuja and UltraTech, I feel little bit overvalued at this moment. So more or less, some impact will be there as a seasonal impact for the monsoon quarter. But second half, we can expect a good numbers for these companies.
So recovery lined up ahead. Thanks so much for joining us and giving us your take on the entire cement space and where we see cement prices headed, given that we're now going to be coming out of a monsoon quarter. So, Asha, lots to watch out for when it comes to the cement space.
Oh, absolutely. Lots when it comes to cement and lots when it comes